Welcome back to Emotional Mojo. Listen, if you are going through tough times, maybe you're stuck in a rut or you're worried about how to get out and move on with purpose, this man's journey may help you out. In the book, A New Way to Be Human, 7 Spiritual Pathways to Becoming Fully Alive, Robert B. Taylor documents his personal struggles and how he moved from fear into a life of enormous compassion and impact. And he's joining us now to share the lessons. Thank you so much for being here with us.
It's wonderful to be with you. Thank you.
And you know, we're talking about compassion all day today, and your book is described as part self-help and spiritual guidebook and part remarkable life story. Tell us, in a summarized version, if you can, about the life story that prompted this book.
Well, you know, my own journey of discovering the realities of apartheid in South Africa, to dealing with my sexuality as a gay man, to working with disenfranchised people in New York and Seattle, to leading religious and public institutions. It brought me into contact constantly with the truth that I think many of us struggle with: how to be authentically myself, to be real, and to be genuine in all of my interactions with other people. And what I discovered along the way was this yearning. People kept asking me over the decades, how do I love? How do I lead a life of love? How can I be compassionate in my workplace or in my community? And am I a good person? And so the book really comes out of 30 years of working with tens and tens of thousands of people in a variety of ways, and offering universal wisdom and spiritual truth for how to be authentically human and fully alive in that place where you find yourself today.
Robert, thank you. This is Jada. I have a question. One section asks for us to explain our identity. Why is that important, and what are the steps?
Well, our identity, often I see so many people looking beyond themselves for the right person or some sort of guru or, someone else who's going to shape your identity. And the truth is, we're shaped by many, many factors in our lives, but it is most often in our own story that spiritual truth and universal wisdom is revealed. So foundational to the book is the understanding that knowing and owning and celebrating your story in all of its fullness, with the joy and the wonder and the shame and the regret, because we all have those many components in our story, owning those, knowing them, and being at one with them allows us to see universal truth and spiritual wisdom in them. And when that's true for myself, I yearn to know that about you. And so it makes me want to listen, to be engaged, to find out who the authentic and real you is.
Robert, this is Patrick. You just said something very important. You talked about ultimately accepting yourself. And when you can accept yourself and your story, you can accept other people and their story. And your story is very interesting because you were born in South Africa. What is your connection, and how did you inspire Archbishop Desmond Tutu?
Well, I don't know that I inspired him, but he certainly inspires me, and he's a great guy, and honored that he wrote the foreword to the book. I think part of what he inspired me with over the years is his sense of gladness and joy and laughter about life, even in the midst of some of the most difficult situations. I mean, here's someone who's faced death threats, and yet there is this joyful approach to life. And I believe it comes out of knowing who he is.
Robert, we're almost out of time. Please give us one quick message of how we can inspire, or how you inspire children to create a world of peace.
To let children know that I am because you are. In other words, you need to be your most wonderful, beautiful, lovable, and magnificent self, because I need that from you, and you need that from me.
Certainly a perfect message. Thank you so much, Robert. Again, the name of the book is A New Way to Be Human, and you can get more info on Robert on our social media sites, so make sure you head there to check that out.